Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. All right, you guys, it's time to budget. We're budgeting over here in these streets, right? We got to keep the budget moving. We got to know what's coming in. We got to know what's going out. And the only way to do that is to stay on that budget. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I have thirst. I went to the gym, and so I need to rehydrate, replenish, and all of the things. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Like the video, share, subscribe, do all the things. If you're catching the replay, hey, listen, at least you're here, right? I just want to say that since I started back, let me make sure I'm telling y'all the right information because I don't like to lie. It's a thing. We're not about to be lying out here in these streets, okay? So let me just go back and make sure I'm telling the right information. Because it's important to tell the right information. And I don't know, I've got something up here. Not now. All right. So since I started going back with the videos, hey, everybody, y'all chime in and let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm always happy to hear that. I got so many red dots on here. Okay. So when I started the other week, I told y'all that my income was down. And I think it was down like $30, $40. Well, I can see on my analytics a couple of things: views, subscribers, watch time, and estimated revenue, right? Those are the four big things that I can see. What I noticed the other day was my watch time in hours was up. Then I noticed like the next day that my estimated revenue was up, and it was actually climbing at a good rate. Hey, ma'am, thank you so much. I'm so trying. I think I've got 3 or 4 videos in queue. I just edited one that's going to be going up. If I can do this live video on Wednesdays, that gives me an extra. I think you guys are getting a grocery haul tomorrow. I think. Don't charge me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a grocery haul tomorrow. And it'll come out about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Seems to be my best time to post because that's when my people are online. People who watch my channel. That seems to be when people are on. I'm trying my best with the thumbnails. I'm still not the best at those, but I'm trying. But the income has now ticked back up to where it normally is, which is somewhere like $230, $240. That's about what we average per month. What I noticed as well is when I looked at my channel views for the 28 days, it's like 41,000 views. And I noticed on some channels, they get 41,000 views a video, right? So that's how this is how you're trying to navigate. But the only way to navigate out of this is to work it. This is what the Lord told me as far as an income stream for me. He said, Shakima, you already have a job. You just got to work it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm working it. The day after Thanksgiving is going to be the first day of Vlogmas. We usually just do the 12 days of Vlogmas, but we're going to do the entire series of Vlogmas starting the day after Thanksgiving. Of course, that means, so we're going to be moving into the holidays. I'm not moving into the holidays before that. You ain't getting they ain't Christmas in October. It's Christmas in Christmas, right? But I'm noticing that as I continue to put stuff out, in my last video didn't get very good views, 318 views. Again, that's just not something that people like on my channel, which was me and the girls trip. That's fine. I should have actually posted that on my other channel. That would have been better to post it there. Doesn't matter. All good. So what I'm going to do now is just keep posting. And we had a deposit come in this morning. So I thought that I would kind of share with you all where we are with the budget, what things are looking like. And I'm trying to stick as close to this budget as I possibly can, making sure that we account for everything that has come in and everything that has gone out. Thus far, all of my main bills are paid. I have not sank any sinking funds right now. There are a couple that I will have to sink because they'll come due before my summer months. But I think I've handled Christmas for next year. So in July, when I get my extra money for July, I'm going to pull out that money and dump it into Christmas. Then I won't have to worry about Christmas for next year. This year, I'm just trying to scramble to get all the things done, but I won't have to scramble next year. So it's just one of those where you're having to navigate and figure it out, and it's all going to work out. So I'm going to share with you our budget sheet. Now, today we got a deposit for kids, it's child support, and it was very much larger than any deposit I've gotten at one time. I think in the whole time I've been getting child support. Not sure what is going on and why that amount was that amount. I particularly like a little bit every week. That way I know if I have something come and due that week, then I can cover it. Doesn't matter. I got a large lump sum and I was able to then disperse those funds where they needed to go. Now, let me say this because I know that this has come up before and I've even said this. I budget my bills out of my paycheck. I never budget kids' deposits to pay the mortgage, the lights, the water, none of that stuff. And I pay because I think sometimes people don't understand exactly, well, I never use child support to pay my bills. Fine, very good. I'm so glad that you didn't have to. But I pay all of their health insurance, and I have for the last 27 years. I pay all of their dental insurance. I pay their, if they die, insurance. I pay supplemental insurance. So I have medical bridge. I have cancer. I have accidental insurance because Jackson does athletics. I pay all of those things come out of my paycheck before taxes, right? Their dad has never paid. One of the agreements in the child support agreement is I'll pay that. But if I, for some reason, lose my job and I can't pay it, he has to pick it up. So it's never been that in the past, however long he's been paying child support. It's never been that. I've always paid it. But then I've looked at that child support as belonging to my kids. It technically belongs to me because I'm paying eyes, teeth, health, medicine, burial. I mean, you name it, that all is coming out of my paycheck pre-tax dollars. So if I were to go back and just be a petty Betty, I could say, well, that money is coming back to me to take care of what I pre-take care of. But I'm not saying that. So I just wanted to be clear. Out of my paycheck, I pay the mortgage, the light bill, the cable, my phone. I'll pay Jackson's if I need to, my gym, water bill, gas, groceries, all that stuff that's main comes out of my paycheck. And then when I get child support, then I take that. And if I need to disperse it here for a little more groceries, a little more gas, or whatever the case, Jackson needs something for school, that whatever, then I will do that. Because sometimes I feel a little bad about doing that. But I have to go back and think, for the last 27 years that I've worked, I've paid all of those expenses for the children. That included Shamika, that included Trandon. In the state of North Carolina, kids roll off of your insurance when they turn 26. They don't get an option. The day they turn 26, they roll off. So my older kids have been on and now they've rolled off. I still have the younger kids and I've been carrying them. So for the last 16 years, I've been carrying Jackson. The last 21 years, I've been carrying sister. Okay. Now back to the sheet. So we got a deposit this morning. Well, I guess it was last night. Typically it comes on a Wednesday. And that was weird that it came in last night because typically it comes in on Wednesday. For $584.82, which is not typical for us. Usually it's something like $216 and some change, or it might be $248. It's just very different than what it typically is. And so again, praise the Lord, right? Because we needed to have some things paid, and there that is. So moving down in the budget, $3,522.08. That's what I bring in. Hey, Miss Sue, that's what I bring in from my paycheck. That is my monthly deposit that I was getting. Kids deposit came in $584.82. So moving down, and then I got an unexpected gift or a blessing. Somebody cash apped us $50 for groceries. Thank you, ma'am, so much. And so I have not used that because I'm trying to, if I spend $50 at Food Line, I get my turkey ticket. So I've already done 3 transactions. You got to do 6. I've already done 3 with my regular monies. And so because this week just started the new grocery shopping cycle, I was saving that. I think it came like on Monday or Tuesday of this week. And so the new shopping cycle starts on Wednesday. So I wanted to make sure that I waited so that I'm now able to get my next turkey token. So that'll be my fourth one. And what I'm planning to do is sorry, y'all, I gotta hydrate. What I'm planning to do is take that money, and there were a couple items that I wanted to get, but they're not going to be on sale until Friday. Typically, I shop on Wednesdays, but there were some specialty items like toilet paper, paper towels, bacon, some couple things that I wanted to get that won't be on sale until Friday. And so I'm going to wait till Friday. I could have got a few things today, but I wouldn't have made my $50. And so I'm trying to wait. So that was a blessing. We appreciate that so very much. We totally appreciate it. That gives me thus far a total income of $4,156.90. Still not what we needed for everything we budgeted, but it's all going to work out in the wash. So my mortgage was $1,122. We paid over $27 and some change. I think it's like $1,022 and some little cents. I can't remember the cents. But we paid $27 and some change extra to the principal, making that $1,150. Now, I will say this. Last year, I think my mortgage is down like $3,000 from last year to this year. Just paying a little bit extra on that principal, whatever I could squeak out, y'all, whatever I can squeak out. Because I declare in Jesus' name that I will not have a 30-year mortgage. That's not God's best plan for me. 30-year mortgage, well, it's like 20 years now because I've been in the house 9 years. That would still put me like almost 70 years old paying a mortgage. That's not his plan. And I'm not about to be on that plan. What I was realizing today as I was driving is I have always had that positive confession. I will not have a 30-year mortgage. And I started to think, well, Shakira, you need to have this kind of energy when you're talking about your man. I will have a man. I will be married. I will. But I believe it about my mortgage, right? But my mortgage was down like another $1,000 from where it was prior at even 3 or 4 months ago. So every little bit that we can pay towards that extra principal is helping. And so as long as I can, I'm going to try to find a few dollars from here or there. And I'm only paying a little bit. When I could pay an extra 120, 200, whatever, I was doing that. Now that I only have a little tiny bit extra, I'm paying that. Utilities, $145.19. Water bill was $88.23. That's all paid. My cell phone, that included my phone plus the internet cube, that was $108. It was $105, but I like to put a little few extra dollars in there so that Shamika doesn't have to pay the withdrawal fee, and she's running short on my part of the bill because we're on a family plan. Me, Shamika, Trandon, Jackson, and Alana. So all 5 of us are on Shamika's plan, and we did that several years ago. Helped us out because Sprint was losing their mind. But next month, y'all, I will not have that portion of the internet because I've already sent that back. And we have like a $40 credit, $42, I think is what the lady said, like a $42 credit. So I may not have a cell phone bill. If that's the case, I don't plan to pay the cell phone bill. But if for some reason it doesn't shake out like she said, my cell phone bill will still only be like $43. Perfect. My internet for Spectrum, they actually did get my special on. It's $55 for the next 12 months. So in October, she told me to call back and ask for customer solutions or customer support or somebody. And then they'll see if there's another deal that they can get me to keep the same internet, which is a faster upload speed, but for $55 because it was like at 100 now. You know, it was at 80 something, then it went up and it kept going up every so often. And I'm like, wait a minute now. This internet is much cheaper, but the lady was able to work it out for me for $55. That's paid. Household repairs. I haven't put any money in there yet, but I do plan to put some in there. My recycling and yearly spray, those 2 sinking funds, I can wait till summer. My pest control, I will have to put the $28 in that fund. I didn't do it yet, but I will do it in just a little bit. My Roth IRA, we got that on an automatic draft, so that's already come out. Amazon Prime, I will have to fund that because that cycles out in January. So I'll have to do that. And I will also have to do Pure Flix because that cycles out in May. But after this last cycle, I'll be able to push those two sinking funds into June. So I'll be able to go ahead and pull out all the Amazon Prime, all the Pure Flix, and not have to do it monthly because I'm trying to pay those up right now because they will post positive before June. Healthways Gym, that will come out. I think it's coming out in the next day or so. So I went ahead and pre-put that number in. Jackson's Gym will come out about midway the month. His high school sinking fund, I already put $50 in that. I haven't done anything with the new camera because I think I'm going to just stick with my phone for right now. I can get the iPhone 17. For about $6 more a month. I'm kind of weighing that out just slightly a little bit, and I'm not sold on it just yet. I'm not one of those that have to have the new latest and greatest updated whatever. I'm fine with what I got. But it might give me better camera quality, which I'm sure it will give me more storage space if I can get the 1 terabyte of space. But I've learned how to free up some space now on the phone that I have. And I freed up almost half my memory by just deleting old attachments that have just been in my phone forever and ever and ever. And I didn't know they were there. So I have freed up some space. Netflix will more than likely come out in the next few days. So I didn't pay that yet. I did get $100 out in cash for groceries for $25 a week. And so I'll have that within the next couple of weeks. That's going to help me this week. Like I said, somebody blessed us with the $50. So I'll go ahead and use that to get 1 turkey token. Then Alana may have some grocery money next week. I'll put that together with my $25 because I'm the one who has the most turkey tickets. And I'll try to get another turkey ticket with that. And then like that last week, before Thanksgiving, I'll go in and do my Thanksgiving shopping, my $40, and I'll just put a little extra with the $25, which will give me $65 for that whole week's worth of groceries. And that should be our turkey ticket. Now, am I going to cook a turkey? Probably not, because the kids will be traveling with their family. They'll be visiting with their family, their dad's family. They always do it, so it's fine. More than likely, I'm going to get the turkey and I will either find a family that needs it or I'll put it in the freezer until Christmas because my kids will be here for Christmas. But then we still don't do turkey for Christmas either. So I will more than likely get that turkey and give it to somebody. It is hard out here in these streets right now with the way that finances are. I'm not sure with the government shutdown how things are going to roll out for people. So if I can get a turkey for somebody, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a turkey, right? Yeah, that's what I do. Last year, I got like 2 or 3 and I gave them away. The year before, I got 2 or 3. I gave them away. The year before, I got 2 or 3 and I gave them away. I'm always here for giving stuff away if I can. Now, y'all do a favor for me. Would you give away a free like to this video? If you just like the video, that again helps push us out into the algorithm. Just tells people we're out here, and that is very beneficial. Summer groceries, I did not put any money there because now I don't need summer groceries because I'm getting paid more in my summer months through my summer share account. So that is a null and void kind of category anymore. Monthly preps, I went ahead and did the $50. However, I did not buy preps because I'm doing Friendsgiving this weekend. I had $100 for that. We went over the budget. So I just took it out of the prep money. It was fine. I wanted to make sure that I had everything I needed for Friendsgiving. I had another person to RSVP yesterday with a friend. And then I had another person call me like 6 o'clock this morning to say, hey, Shakima, I forgot. Is it okay? It's very okay. We don't care. And I said to that person, you come and you bring a friend. Because the one who called me yesterday, she was like, well, I want to bring my friend and I'm going to give you some money for food. You are not going to give me money for food. The Lord, I remember the Lord multiplying the fishes and the loaves. So we are fine. We got all the things we need to get you. I think that's the video you're going to see tomorrow. Don't quote me, but you're going to see it very soon. So we have all the things that we need. I'm not worried about running out of food. And if we run out of food, food line is just right there, right? We can just run over and pick up something else, or we can make sandwiches. We gonna make it work in this house. Bring all the people. I told her, I said, you stop in your neighborhood and just pick up folks. Just tell them to get in the car. Bring them all. And I bet you the Lord is going to let us have all the things. We're going to start our pre-prep for the party on tomorrow, because somebody's dropping a table off. So we're going to make sure all the floors are really clean. No dog hair, no fluff, we're getting on the floor with the vacuum. We got 3 big industrial size vacuum cleaners. We're going to be on our hands and knees doing baseboards, curtains, all the things to make sure that the house is nice and crispy clean when people come in. I like to keep it that way for us, but when we know we're having guests in, we actually go above and beyond with our cleaning. And we're going to be doing that. And that's just how life is going to be. But I did not get preps because I needed to put that money towards the Friendsgiving. It's fine. Sliding on down. Okay. Eating out and entertainment was $140. That was the Friendsgiving $100. And then the Thanksgiving $40. I still have that set to the side because I am going to either try to do the Aldi $40, or I'm going to see if I can dupe it at Food Lion to do the $40 to see if I can come close to buying all the things. I may have to do it at Aldi, but I really want to do it at Food Lion so I can get my turkey token, right? I'm trying to stay at Food Lion so I can get my turkey token. I know that seemed crazy. Okay. Personal care. I did not use this money for personal care, so I haven't got my nails done. Nope. We still needed some extra stuff for Friendsgiving. I think I bought some pillows for the couches outside. What else did I get? Oh, this is what I did. So we're doing a favorite things, right? Favorite things. This is how favorite things work. You get 3 things, 3 of the same exact thing. Everybody that's participating brings 3 of the same exact thing. You put numbers of how many people are there. Everybody gets a number. And when you pull their number, they get to go and pull a favorite thing. So this year we have a mixed group. So we have some girls and some guys. Everybody's doing a favorite thing. And so I did not have my favorite thing. So I needed to go and get my favorite thing. And your maximum budget is $20 per item. So mine was $15. I got gift cards to Chick-fil-A, the Lord's Chicken. And here's what I plan to do, right? So I'm going to get 3 turns, but I know I have people that are coming that either could not afford to bring a favorite thing or 3 things, or they just forgot. So when it's my turn, when my number gets called, I'm going to allow 3 different people who don't have a favorite thing to pick one of my gifts, and they'll be able to take that home with them. Well, Shakima, you bought your stuff. You're not going to take anything. It's perfectly fine. I've played favorite things before. And what I know is that the Lord is not ever going to allow me to give something away and he not give me back in return. God is gracious and he is good like that. I know him on that level. So it didn't hurt my feelings to spend that $45 that I spent on those 3 gift cards because somebody else is going to leave blessed. Imagine this. Here's the thing. Imagine doing something for somebody without even expecting anything in return. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know. You can come to a function and be so embarrassed that you didn't have all the things that everybody else have, but the Lord want to bless you to leave with something that you didn't come with. That's the God thing, right? So I'm not worried about any of, whatever. If I don't get my nails done, it's fine. If I don't get my feet done, it's fine. If I still have to do this 2-tone hair for another month, it's going to be fine. And so I didn't worry about it. I just went yesterday to pick up those extra tickets and I got them. And whoever doesn't have something, they can have my thing. And the way I got to this was when we did a ladies meeting 2 years ago. We were in DC and I had one of my friends come and she didn't have any gifts. And she just was like, I want to play. And I was like, hey, you can take my turn. And because I had brought stuff, you can take my turn. And she ended up taking a gift home and it worked out. So why not do this again for somebody who either can't afford it or didn't think about it, right? So that's just a way that I'm trying to give back, pay it forward, do whatever. Okay, moving on. Talk too much about me. The P.O. box will have to be paid for again, so I will sink that fund. Supplements, I already took money out for that. Jackson's savings, I went ahead and put 2 weeks worth of savings in his account since that's what came through. For the dogs, I need to put in some more money. Okay. So I got their Simparica Trio, which is their heart, ticks, fleas. That's a pill. And then today I just went and bought food. So it was another $65 that's going to go in there. So I'm a little bit over on the dogs, but they won't need food next month. And I got a smaller bag. For one thing, I want to keep it fresh as long as I can. And then that was what was in my budget. So I got the bag that was like $57, and then I got them both a little treat. So I'll update that in just a little bit. Personal credit card payment. So $58 is what I put on there, but it actually ended up being like $110 and some change. Now that money will be recouped about mid-month when I get my travel money back from school. And then for that trip I went on, that'll be refunded back to me. But the payment needed to go before that comes back. So I just went ahead and paid that today. Once I get that money back, it'll go into my savings because that was a part of the savings. It was either the savings or the Christmas money. So I'm just pulling it out of savings, and then I'll just put it back when I get those 2 deposits. I did my workshop yesterday. So I went ahead and taught my workshop. So hopefully those funds will be released as well. That was an extra $200 stipend that I am prayerful is going to be released to me because I've been waiting since August, right? Well, I've been waiting since July. So August, September, October, November. So 4 months I've been waiting on that $200, but it's still going to make a difference when it comes in. If that comes in plus the 2 reimbursements, that's going to be a little over $400 that I can put in my savings account, which is going to help bolster that a lot. So I'll take it. But I wanted to go ahead and clear that credit card out because I don't want to run over and have to pay interest. If I use the credit card, it's to build the points, but I want to go ahead and pay what's on there. And that cleared it out. I paid it today. Scrolling on down. So gas, I took out $200. 50 of that I put into the $50 savings challenge. That's all that went right there. So Tithe thus far was $694. Offering $347. And then I did not have a total $300 for the Christmas yet, but I did put $250 into savings in the Christmas fund. And that's enough for 1 kid plus almost another kid. $50 more will get me 2 kids. So that's Jackson and Alana, or actually that's my son-in-law, Keith and Alana. And then in the next month, I will get the other 3. I haven't put anything in savings just yet, but I plan to do that when those 2 things come through, which would be about mid-month. So that gives us a total expense of $3,889.10. That leaves us $267.80 in the account. Now, what do I do with that? Well, I could go back up here and I could put in the extra $50 for Christmas. Then I could go back up and look at those sinking funds that have to be sank and put those sinking funds in. But what I'm trying to do is wait till everything processes out of my account, right? And then I will actually see if my number is right. If it's right, then I'll go back in and start sinking those funds, starting with the pest control, the Amazon, the PureFlix, the post office, and my car insurance. So it may be that I have to pull the car insurance out first and then see what else is left. The car insurance is $170. That's what I pull out per month. So I may do that first and then go back and catch up those other quick quick little sinking funds. It's just a couple of them. Still waiting on Jackson's Gym, and I'm waiting on Netflix. Those things will process out. So I just try to wait till as much processes out as possible. We are about $1,000 short from what we estimated to what we've had come in thus far, which that money is equivalent to the savings of 500 and the Christmas. So after next month, I won't have Christmas money in there. So that money that I'm pulling out for Christmas will then be able to be thrown into the savings. Because remember, if I do the $800, which is what I'm trying to get up to in YouTube, if I do $800 a month for 12 months, that'll give me $9,600. If I save $500 of my own money for 12 months, that'll give me $6,000. So the 96 plus the 6 will be a little bit over 15. And then there was another 6,000 from somewhere. I don't remember where I wrote it down or what I was calculating it. But my red 100 envelopes, $5,050. So if I could save that, that would put me right at about $21,000. And that is my goal. That is my extreme goal. It's lofty. It is, I want to say that it's scary, but it's really not, because I believe the Lord, I trust God. And as long as I follow his plan, he's going to do it. So my heart is to trust the Lord, right? I'm not going to go out and get another job. That's not what I'm doing. God promised me that I could do it from here. He said, you can go get a job if you want, but you already have a job. If you work this job right here, I promise you, you're going to see the dividends. And so I'm just going to pour everything I have into this right here. I will have definitely more time come summer months, and especially like my Thanksgiving holiday. There's some days in there where I can batch film for Vlogmas. And then towards the end of December, when I'm off for those couple weeks, I can batch film moving into January, February. And then, so I just have to use all of my vacation time, off from school time, to be batching, to make sure that I'm putting out something every single day, and not just anything, the things y'all want to see, right? Maybe I'm not a vlog channel. I don't know. I've tried. Maybe that's not what you want to see, but I know budgets, grocery hauls. I know people like the Christmas vlogs. Those seem to get us a lot of good views. And I haven't been putting out reels. I really have not done any reels because I haven't had chance to batch film. But within the next day, because we're getting ready for Friendsgiving, I'm going to batch a couple reels. We'll be able to put those out. And again, my other, I was making about $58 on Facebook. So the Lord said, Shakima, if you focus over here, all you need to do to make up that little bit is make $58 more on this platform, right? So instead of trying to work two of them, let me work this one and see what God can do with him and me together. If we can be in tandem, if I can be in agreement with his plan, it's all going to work out. So anywho, y'all, there it is. That's the update as best we can. Do I have a zero-based budget? Not yet, but I'm waiting for some stuff to go ahead and clear to see what is the final bottom line. And then I'm going to probably pull out the money for my car insurance. I worry about that more than anything else. The car insurance and then the pest control. Those will be the two primary things that I want to pull out. Am I randomly spending? No, there's no random spending. I did buy a book on Amazon. Probably need to put that in there. It was like $8, but I needed to get that. It was a book on Amazon, and that's all I've spent. I haven't spent anything else just because I haven't had any more to spend, right? You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be very mindful, very demure about my finances. And I encourage you as well. This could be one of those years where you're looking at leanness for the holidays. If that is true, then we go back to what the holidays really are about. If they're about gifts, you don't have any gifts. Some of us, some people are furloughed. Some people haven't gotten in their EBT or SNAP or whatever the case. So maybe make it about something different. Maybe do family traditions. Maybe do get-togethers. See if you can pull resources. If you know that you don't have enough and you know another family that don't have enough, who has the biggest house? Y'all use that, get together, and you bring yours, I bring mine, they'll bring theirs, and nobody doesn't have to know that you didn't have it all. It's just, hey, this is potluck Christmas. Everybody bring something. Let's be together. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say, hey, we didn't have it and we're at the last of our resources. All you have to say is, hey, do you guys want to get together? I think we can pool our resources together. Have a big Christmas party. Do something very different. And it could be a family tradition. Hey, friend, it could be a family tradition that goes on even after the hard times. This is what the church in Acts did. They all got together. People sold their stuff so that everybody had a little bit of something. It may not look like it looked last year, but, right? Oh no. Oh, I hate to hear that. Furloughed and then rift. That's crazy. Right here at the holidays. And see, we don't know what everybody else is going through. So we need to make it as best we can. I have to tell my children at very different times in life, hey, this is where we are. Or I've had to call my older children and say, hey, can you all help me do something for the younger kids? Everybody's grown now. So if we just say, hey, we're canceling Christmas just for the sake of it and not having to worry about, like Jackson calls it, we're just swapping out money, mom. That's what he says. And if that's not what they want to do, then I respect their right to not do it. Right? As a parent, I might feel a type of way, but I'd much rather have experiences than spend money on things that they're not even going to want later. So that's where I am as far as holidays. Absolutely, God is still God. It's going to be God or it ain't. I mean, if it's not God, I don't want it anyway. And again, my sheep know my voice, and the voice of the stranger they will not follow. God said to me, Shakima, you already have a job, work it. Right? I don't have to leave my house. I can sit here where I am minding my business and do this because he said so. And so I'm gonna go with that. He's never lied to me once, and I don't expect him to start right now. So, anywho, y'all do a favor, like the video, share, subscribe, comment, do all the things. It just pushes us out into the algorithm, and we will see you guys next time. You're getting I think it's a grocery haul tomorrow. If it's not a grocery haul tomorrow, please don't be upset because it is coming this week in the next few days, but I think it's tomorrow. So, anywho, y'all, I got to go prep to get ready for my teaching tonight at 8. Which I don't have a lot of time, but I'm not going to need a ton because I already taught this like twice. So it's going to be good. I love you guys. I am, I know that's right. My youngest daughter said we just need to have a Jesus Christmas. See, that's all I'm saying. It really, tough times going to show you what your family is made of. Tough times are going to show you where your priorities are. Because at this point in my life, I don't necessarily have to get my kids gifts. They're all grown. If I do it, it's out of the goodness and kindness of my heart, but I don't have to. And neither do you. We can say, hey, this is what we're doing, and let everybody be okay with that. You're the final authority over what happens in your home and with your kids. And they have to bow to that authority if you've raised your children that way. I can tell my children today, hey, y'all, we're not doing Christmas. And my kids will be like, okay, mom, no problem. So again, that's what you put out in the atmosphere. That's how you raise your family to be able to reverence you and your word. This is why, if you want to give explanation, hey, this is why, and you don't even have to. But my kids are at that age where they are not expecting anything. I'm thankful when I can do something for them. And if I was unable, guess what? They would still love me the same. So I think if we, all of us, if we just teach our kids that things happen, situations change, finances might not be the same, I think they adapt. Kids are very adaptable, and so are we as individuals. We don't need to be so self-centered that I gotta have gifts. My kids ask me every year, Mom, what do you want? And I can't think of things because I'd much rather have you in my life than have a thing. I'm not a gifts person. It's not my love language. So, I'm not even gonna sit over here and try to front about that. There are some things I would like. There's a couple new perfume fragrances that I would really love to try. I'm in my feminine era right now. I'm in my soft girl era. I'm trying to be all the things because I'm outside. I'm trying to be found by whoever trying to find me. So, Oh, that's good. I like that. Will said I was watching Dave Ramsey Turning Point, and a family had their Christmas in January. Again, be able to shift if you need to. Be able to shift quickly. Just prep your family ahead of time. Hey, this is what we're doing. I know we went on vacation a couple Christmases ago. That's not our testimony, not because we can't afford it, but my kids are, Shamika and her husband just bought a home this year. I got 2 graduations next year. Jackson's graduating and Shamika's graduating, which means I have to have a party here and fly to California for her graduation. It's just not in the cards for everybody to try to spend more money to come together to do family vacation. So guess what? I mean, soft girl, you hear me when I tell it? Listen, if anybody want to gift me a fragrance, just let me know which one I got a list, because I'm out here trying to be found. Period. Period. Clock it, all the things. I mean, but I'm not really a gifts person. I'm happy with people. People are my gift. You're my gift. When you all come and sit with me and fellowship and chat me through this and hold my hand virtually and say, Shakima, we here for you. That's God's greatest gift he could have ever given me, was the gift of people. And that comes from somebody who grew up by themselves. I grew up a latchkey kid. My mama was always somewhere else with somebody else. I didn't have siblings in my home. I was very good by myself, but God has graced me with amazing friendships, even across the interweb. And I am thankful for that. You're my gift, and I appreciate it so very much. And I know some of you, it's so crazy. Every time I see something from Will, I'm like, who is this guy and why does he watch my channel? That's crazy. But something of value he's found here. And he's a dude, really non-traditional for my analytics, because I'm 89-90% women. But I love that. And I'm happy to have them. And all the people that over the years I've just chatted with, or we've actually exchanged numbers and all those types. Most of my tightest 2 women came from YouTube. Most of the tightest 2 women came from YouTube, and we're everywhere. And I appreciate that. Anywho, I have chatted too long. I got to go get ready for teaching. If you're joining me tonight, join me on the other channel. That channel's growing slowly but surely. Praise God. I'm here for it. And so I just need to make sure that I do what God called me to do. And that's it. My sheep know my voice, no voice of a stranger they won't follow. So that's what I'm doing. If you don't think I'm doing it right, that's perfectly fine. God didn't tell you, he told me. And so there that is for my family. I love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.